Welcome, Exile, to the God Project, turning Timmy No Hands from level 1 into a monster of absolute mass destruction. But there are rules. The whole thing is done in solo self-found. We get 0 gold, all our stash tabs are empty, it's pretty much a brand new account. No shortcuts, no trading, the original struggle. The class for this challenge? The Monk. The goal of this video? A nice progression guide from level 1 to 90, with all the steps in between, ending at flying through the Atlas as an undying calamity, while also clearing citadels, ascending 4 times, and destroying the Arbiter in the end. Welcome to the God Project. Let's begin with Act 1. And here, we do cosplay as a warrior, not by using a two-handed mace. Instead, we're boosting our standard quarterstaff strikes, not trying to use falling thunder or anything crazy, just whack, 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 whack. And in order to do this, we'll get our quarter strike the martial tempo gem, so it attacks faster. And to have the damage escalate like mad, you're adding the rage gem. For the new players, the rage gem you get by unchecking the box show recommended gems, and then you can choose more than what's just recommended. And here you do have the rage going on. The rage gem gives you 3 rage per melee hit, and it increases your damage by 1% per rage, making your DPS just soar into the sky. And that bonus DPS we're using to add a little bonus banger to the fray, because just simply twacking your opponents is not enough, because they could actually hit back and stagger you. We don't want that. That's why we're adding Frost Bomb, which will get woven in between of these quarterstaff whacks to freeze your opponent and then just keep whacking them continuously. And also the Frozen Locust. This will help us to get out of tricky situation and overall allow us to move through the areas quicker. And in order to have the Locust really instant freeze our opponents, we're adding the Glaciation support for even more freeze build-up, and it itself already has more freeze build-up. It has to hit this button and bam, the opponent is just on their knees. As soon as you get your first tier 3 skill gem, it gets super interesting, because now we're getting the bell that you put down, hit for bonus damage. Still with your standard quarterstaff strikes, no ice strikes, falling thunder or anything. But because of the frost bomb, we are freezing the bell. So you pretty much put the frost bomb down, whack, 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 bell, frost bomb explodes, and your frost bomb becomes frozen and does more damage. Works really well together to kill, for example, the King of the Mist. And if you get lightning or fire damage on your staff, you deal another 30% bonus damage for inflicting ailments to the bell, because you would also shock and ignite it early on already. In order to get more out of your bell, we're playing the Overabundance. That gives us +1 limit to the bell. It also means that while you have twack, twack, twack 4 hits, first bell up, the next 4 hits are already recharging into the next bell. And if you attack fast enough, you can put 2 bells down. If you're now on top of the Overabundance, also add the Persistence gem, then the belts will stay longer up and you actually get the chance to put 2 on top of each other for the ultimate twackening. That brings the King of the Mist and any other boss to their knees. We get the Frozen Locust now though, and the Frost Bomb, so we do actually have freeze even before getting Ice Strike. This allows us to really easily utilize the Herald of Ice, your first spirit ability that you're getting. If you want to be a bit safer, it could be Wind Dancer, which builds up stages, and each stage gives you 18% more evasion rating. I gotta say though, at level 14 we're gonna get Ice Strike, and the Frozen Locust plus the Frost Bomb together actually do freeze our opponents to give us these Herald of Ice explosions. So really early on, you're already good with the Herald of Ice instead. First support you're going to put on the Herald of Ice is Magnified Effect to just give him a bit bigger area of effect, and also Cold Infusion for more cold damage. This one will later swap over to the Herald of Thunder. Don't worry, we'll talk about the double Herald tech and how it exactly works and why we're doing what. Will not leave you in the rain. That's a fantastic beginning setup. You're just quarterstaff striking, Frost Bomb, Locust freezing, Herald of Ice exploding, and Tempest Bell in betweening all of your opponents until you're level 14, because that's when you're getting your Ice Strike. And with Ice Strike, everything kind of turns easy mode, because you're going away, twack, twack, room, swipe around, everything gets frozen, boom, Herald of Ice explosion. In order to boost the Ice Strike early on, we're just swiping ourselves that Rage Gem from the Quarterstaff Strike, and also straight up slap on the Martial Tempo. and you're just going to be blasting everything into smithereens. This is the setup at the end of Act 1. Frostbomb, Frozen Locust together with Glaciation. You get Overabundance, Persistence with a Tempest spell, then the Herald of Ice and the Ice Strike going on, with maybe both support gems or only one of them. Count Geonor will just get twacked silly, and you're ready to go into Act 2. Before that happens though, since this is the progression guide, let's talk about some of your equipment, and that's mainly going to be your quarterstaff. You're going to be looking for something that gives you the maximum amount of physical damage, because all your physical damage is what's being turned into cold damage. The more physical damage, the better. The more freeze, the more Herald of Ice, the more boom. Now the bonus fire damage I have on my quarterstaff, for example, if you manage to pick something like this up in Act 1 from Renly, is not bad to have, because with the bonus fire damage, you're igniting your bell, or the bonus lightning damage. But your main source should always be the maximum amount of physical. For your passive points in the first act, you could go for the damage side here, just boosting your attack damage, your critical strike damage bonus, and everything. I gotta personally say the best thing that always works for me is go for the defense side, because it will just make you survive while the monk is still doing incredible damage. Then you're gonna go up through this, and we can afterwards lead into the critical strike damage bonus into if you critical hit, you just do more damage. That's usually the road I go down, and then I pick the intelligence, dexterity, strength that I need for my respective skill gems. In the beginning, you'll have to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, and your 6 points is probably going to be a strength point right here, as with this strength point, you're able to put on the Overabundance and the Rage Gem, both of them. But as soon as you reach this skill point, you're gonna make it a strength, and then remove that one down to the right. Now, we could straight up invest into more crit with a moment of truth, but what I tend to do is take the dexterity that you need or the intelligence that you need for your skills, depending on what you're really looking for. And then you get the attack damage, attack damage, attack damage, attack speed, attack speed. It's just such a normal, easy node to take for already being quite powerful. And this is roundabout your Act 2 start. We'll flesh this out further. Act 2 has two notable moments. Your first ascension with the Trials of Sekimas, and then struggling through the Dreadnought as you then try to kill the end boss, as you try to kill Jamanra. Now, the Trials of Sekimas, they shouldn't be a struggle for you at all. With level 20, you can already jump into them and just enjoy a free ride to your first 2 Ascension points. I'll leave you with a full Ascension run here. If you've experienced it already, there's a timestamp in the description below to take you forward to the next step. Have relics in them, FYI. Need to kill as many elites as I can too, because that grants me relics too. Right? Oh, that's gonna be an interesting journey now. So technically you have to break every single pot to get more relics. Every single pot. Good. I won. Monsters deal more damage, less maximum honor. You have no energy shield. You all suck. Are you trying anything fancy or just practicing a speed run? I'm not just practicing a speed run, actually. We are doing something fancy, yes. We're starting from 0. So again, this is solo self-found, complete brand new start. I have nothing, and I'm trying to get everything. We're going to do a little 0 to hero journey. Let's check this. That is hits against reduced critical strike damage bonus. That's bad. Monsters remove. Oh no, Chalice Trial. That would be terrible. Let's get large sacred water. Hourglass Trial for more relics, hopefully. Okay, before I start this, are there already breakable pots? No, the breakable pots, they spawn when you started. Do they? No, there. See, there they are. Break them? Because again, there could be relics in there. So when the char is done, Temporalis? No, I don't think I'm going to do Temporalis in Solo Self-Found, because that is nothing that I ever want to do. Like, even if this wasn't Solo Self-Found, Temporalis is just, like, not in my sphere of interest. Oh god, don't puke at me. Gold key, you say? That's actually pretty good. Good.
That was close.
Evasion rating and energy shield is technically better than what we have there to make me more tanky. And that one is 6630. And that's mana regeneration. I could need that, but that's +1 to all melee skills, so you gotta stay. Large pool of sacred water. I need a merchant already. I want the sacred water, but at the same time, I want the honor restoration. And this is lose 30 on room completion. Yeah, you know what? I'm rich. I'm fine. I have 800. I think we might finally start doing citadels though with this run, because that's the whole plan, right? If we're already going to go all the way, it's obviously get to tier 15 maps and maybe start doing citadels and that kind of stuff. So if we're already going to do the full solo self-found, then we might as well just go the full mile, right? So yeah, that's on the menu. Restore honor. Then we're going to lose sacred water on room completion, which is fine. When you place down the frozen locust first and place the ice bomb right on top of it, that does ice strike to clear faster. Oh, I know, but it's for most threats, it's not needed. I mean, if you place your ice bomb below your bell, you're also going to freeze your bell, which is kind of funny. Because who doesn't want to freeze? Oh, this is interesting. Should we actually do the rooms, Han-chan? Right? Like technically you have these rooms there that you could also like engage with for the sake of better loot. Because there is actually good stuff in there. Like usually I don't interact with these much, but hey, for the sake of better loot. For more relics? Ah, Mom! No, Mom! Seriously! What's a citadel? Well, if you're in the endgame, if you're in the Atlas, there's going to be these citadels, those special dungeons, almost, with bosses in that you need to kill to get tablets from them, to then use the tablets to unlock the final boss. Okay. That's the merchant. I want to go to the merchant. I don't want 25% reduced movement speed. I really don't want. Chalice trials are also great to get relics. This is probably the hardest part to reproduce, getting your relics. Okay, let's go. I was super lucky. I never looked at my relics, and I ended up having the perfect 75% honor resistance relics, just like that. I did the Trials of Sekimas pretty much 2 times, not more than 2 times, and I had perfect honor resistance done. Call it a scam, because it is. Sometimes you're lucky. Okay, merchant. Not sure if we should spend too much sacred water on him. The main plan with the merchant is that you can actually buy relics from him in the last room. And we might just have to boost ourselves, like maybe restore some honor at him or something. Because we have no banes that are like hindering us, right? We have no boons that are making us stronger. So we're just as strong as it gets. Pretty much. Didn't even kill them. At this point, the frost bomb isn't useful anymore. Hi. Oh, we actually get a level up from that. Nice. Because that's a good crit chance level up. How much Ice Strike crit chance do we have already? It's at 17.25%. That's not bad. So we can restore honor at entering boss room. Here, increased honor restored, restore venerating a shrine. That's not even a bad one, right? We're going to restore 52 honor. That should be enough for the boss fight. And then we could turn this into keys if we need to. Your 4th ascendancy with Monk on Soul Self-Found. That's pretty impressive, sir. GG. Almost hit me there, brother. I'm trying to hit that bell, but I can't because he's just standing in the way. Seal Relic. Was I scared on my very first time that he would explode into me? I was. Okay, Ascend. Choose the Invoker. Oh. With your Invoker Ascension in the backpack, you technically want Lead Me Through Grace, which gives you more spirit for every 15 evasion rating and more spirit for every 6 energy shield you have. This will give you tons of bonus spirit later on for all your bonus skills. And at first, you're really looking to get plus 30 out of it. But in order for this to be plus 30, we either need a chest with 450 evasion rating, because that divided by 15 is then 30 spirit, or you'll need a chest with somewhere around 200 evasion rating, divided by 15 is 13, and then 100 energy shield divided by 6 in this case is going to be 16.66 to get your 30 bonus spirit. But you're not going to have that at this point at level 20. So what you're going to take, and that's really interesting, you're going to take Shock Effect, increases the magnitude of shock you inflict, and it also gets you the I Am Thunder. This in total gains you 10% of damage as extra lightning damage. You could take the I Am Blizzard early, but by taking the I Am Thunder early, you're adding a portion of lightning damage to your Herald of Ice and lightning damage to everything you do, so your Ice Strike also gets bonus lightning damage. That will have you shock the bell continuously, that you then get the 3rd status effect or the 2nd status effect for the bonus damage on the Tempest Bell. And we could remove the magnified effect from the Herald of Ice for conduction, because now your Herald of Ice is also shocking, which is the first step in the direction of having your Herald of Ice actually be a source of shock to then proc Herald of Ice, Herald of Thunder, Herald of Ice, Herald of Thunder. This already gives you plenty damage to not struggle with any boss in Act 2. It's probably the easiest act to just really twack yourself through with Ice Strikes. Hell, even the Titan that sometimes has weird targeting issues with other builds, you just put the bell down and then easy mode. What about the Dreadnought though, at the end of the act, where everyone is kind of like swarming you and trying to get you killed, and your Frostbomb is too slow and your Frozen Locust just doesn't live up to the hype anymore? We have a solution for that. Your very first tier 7 skill gem should be Wave of Frost, and that will replace your Frozen Locust, and we're not really using the Frostbomb at this stage anymore. You can use the Frostbomb to apply cold exposure if you want to, but it's kind of like breaking your flow. The Wave of Frost then gets the glaciation support, especially in that Dreadnought scenario. You're just walking up to dudes and then boom, freeze, boom, freeze, and then you ice strike and explode them. It pretty much leads to a whole gang of enemies just going up in ice, and with your Herald of Ice, suddenly everything is simple. You never get overwhelmed again. You never get fears thrown at again. You need a gap closer. That's your gap closer, because you'll freeze everyone to then just move in and twag them silly. Very amazing. And then Jumanra does not stand a chance against your overwhelming force as well. Jumanra's death is leading us into Act 3. And here in the Sandswap March, you have to find the dual elite, because these two elites, they always have a jeweler's orb for you, so you can upgrade your ice strike to the next level. And the highest damage you can put at this point is going to be the concentrated effect. Supported skills deal 40% more area damage. They have less area of effect. That 40% more area damage boosts the ice strike. Now, I already went ahead and jumped into Act 3 and forgot to give you more skill points, didn't I? We're getting more critical damage bonus, critical hit, and even more critical hit chance. And then we just move up here with the dexterity and intelligence, whichever you need in this case, into damage bonus, hit chance, and damage bonus and hit chance. This is pretty much already making you a critical strike monster. We can also invest then 4 points here to get ourselves the maximum energy shield, booster, and evasion rating, making you super tanky. One advice: if you manage to already early get a very powerful chest, if you're lucky, if you pull something out, if you do get that 450 evasion rating, or the 200 energy shield, or the 200 evasion rating, 100 energy shield mixed chest, then swap to Lead Me to Grace to get that 30 bonus spirit. And we're also going to be activating the Resonance Keystone. This will be needed for Combat Frenzy until you do have Combat Frenzy. You can use that bonus spirit to get yourself Wind Dancer. Wind Dancer is incredibly good, making you more tanky, rebuffing your opponents. The second spirit scale gem to actually get yourself Wind Dancer can easily be obtained in Act 2 at the Buried Shrine. The second waypoint, Lost City, not Buried Shrine, there is something called the Golden Tomb. Always gives you a spirit gem. In Act 3, we're going to clap some butt cheeks and we'll get our next spirit bonus, plus Charge Staff begins. Absolutely obliterate the Bach Witch. That's bonus spirit for you permanently, and we can finally work towards Combat Frenzy. For Combat Frenzy, you need at least a tier 8 spirit gem, and the Charge Staff begins with a tier 9 skill gem. Now, how do these bad boys work together? Combat Frenzy gives you a frenzy charge whenever you freeze an enemy. Cool, we're doing that quite a lot. And if you then have the points into the Resonance Keystone, you gain power charges instead of frenzy charges. And these power charges are being used to activate your Charge Staff, which adds another 1 to 15 quarterstaff attack lightning damage. Cool. And you shoot forward a wave of lightning damage, which makes it way easier to actually hit your Tempest spell, especially with fatty opponents where it just lands somewhere on the bottom in between. For Combat Frenzy, the most important support is Perfusion. Supported skills have a 50% chance to grant an additional charge. You freeze someone, boom, you straight away have 2 charges that you can then use for the Charge Staff. And the Charge Staff is getting Perpetual Charge, which gives the supported skill a chance to not use up the charge, but it still counts as consuming them. So you get a bonus 1, and then you might use up 2, or you might not use up 2, giving you the maximum duration with the click of the button 2 times in a row super quick. On top, I would add a Maim gem. Supported attacks always maim on hit. Maiming means your enemy is slower and also has less evasion rating, making sure that you always hit your opponent. For this, you need 60 spirit. So you get the Combat Frenzy and you get the Herald of Ice. With now the Charge Staff and your Herald of Ice having conduction to shock opponents because of your I Am the Thunder bonus lightning damage in your Ascension. If you have another 30 spirit, because you get an amulet or a chest piece that gives you bonus spirit, could already add the Herald of Thunder. Because your Charge Staff will shock opponents, your actual Herald of Ice with the conduction will shock opponents, and that will then trigger the Herald of Thunder. It only works if you do have another 30 spirit happening. That being said, you don't actually need the Herald of Thunder this early. It would be more opportune with another 30 spirit to add Wind Dancer in the beginning, It just simply makes you more tanky. It just helps in boss fights. It helps everywhere. You go through an area, you rebuff your opponents, you just die less. So the Herald of Thunder is really for later in the mapping stage. As you enter that, don't try to mix and match them early. Make sure that your survival is up. The Wind Dancer is cool because you can give it a blind support with a tier 2 support gem, which says that supported skills have a 100% chance to blind enemies on hit, which has them lose their accuracy rating so they don't hit you that lightly. Works together with the bonus evasion you get anyways. And they're going to hit you, you're going to rebuff them, and, well, they're going to get blinded. Even more survival. What did we do passive-wise in Act 3? I get myself more freeze build-up and the bonus cold damage. That always works well. And then we're heading here into the left side, picking Dexterity, Intelligence, again, whatever you actually need in this. And then we go further to get ourselves a lot of energy shield and even more critical hit chance. That left arm here works incredibly well. After choosing this, our next stop is going to be on the right side. We're going to move in here, again, Intelligence, Dexterity, whichever you do need. And you can pick up yourself more evasion rating and energy shield, plus your body armor gives you even more energy shield. Here, the jewel socket, for jewels, you really want to look for something that has rage on hit. Because if you manage to pick up a ruby that says gain 1 rage on melee hit, that's fantastic. Since you can remove the rage gem from the ice strike. It's going to be a bit random as solo self-found to get that. If you're playing Trade League, it's super easy to get one of those jewels into your hands. And by removing the Rage Gem, we can actually add real damage. And the best choice will be Primal Armament. Supported skills deals 25% more elemental damage because you do the lightning damage, you do the frost damage, and maybe even the fire damage from your rings, from your gloves, from your stuff. Just like wholesale making you more dangerous. There's one final thing to not forget in Act 3. You should be ending the act with highest around level 42, 43 if it's your first playthrough. Maybe with level 38 if it's your second and you're doing less things. You can ascend in the Trials of Chaos. Again, I'll leave the whole Trials of Chaos up, or you just jump ahead if you already are experienced with the Trials of Chaos. It shouldn't be an obstacle for you because none of the 3 bosses is a problem for you to handle. Unless you choose the wrong trial options like me and almost die.
Boss, every class can kind of do that, right? But the actual boss fight is usually where some of the classes can struggle at, depending on which boss you're getting. Not Monk. Monk doesn't struggle. Can you use the same character name in a new league? You might have to delete your character. Oh, level 2 support gem. Nice. You don't say so. For the level 2 support, I could go for my Ice Strike and get myself Primal Armament. Because right now we've been playing Concentrated Effect, but I can also take Primal Armament. And Primal Armament also works on the Charge Staff for the time being. Good. Floor number 1. I'm already a bit annoyed by having to do the Trial Master at some point, chat. Because I really don't like this Trial Master. Okay, monsters cannot be slowed or stunned. I don't slow or stun them, right? I freeze them. I mean, seriously, that's different, right? Right? Freezing is different. I can freeze them. Let's see. Okay, let's get some more power charges so my charge staff lasts a little bit longer. A Barrier Quarterstaff. Never found that one useful. Technically, you always want to go thick Quarterstaff because that's more crit. I always found the timer of this event a bit too long. I feel like if I kill enemies, the timer should get cut short. I still miss that from the Trials of Sekhmet, right? Like every Trials of Sekhmet has you not have that problem, but this one. Let's go. More critical hit chance. I don't know how much we're at right now. I think it's like 22%, something in that direction. Another quarterstaff. Don't mind if I pick like literally every single quarterstaff up. Uncut Spirit Gem 10. That's huge. If I get enough spirit, I just straight away need a spirit gem to get my next ability, right? When I get a 6er waiting for me, but obviously a 10er would be better. Okay, bunch of quarterstaffs, chat. And one has quality. That's another level 2 support gem. Anything I wish to support? Well, we can now use Inevitable Critical for our Herald of Eyes. Let's gather them. Please don't be something atrocious. Challenge area contains statues, a vulnerable shade, monsters release volatiles on death. I hate that. Okay, challenge area contains statues that petrify you. I hate that because I have died to this. Right? It's not like I had a good choice there. That was the only choice I kind of had. Oh, not the stone altars. Not the stone altars. Okay, so how do you even like get out of the sight of these guys? So like you're not allowed to look in their direction, right? So I gotta have like my belt turned to them. My back turned to them, not my belt. That dude here is super not bugged. That was too clutch for my liking. I mean, who thought that there would be like a random elite waiting for us as well, right? I need these hunting shoes. Nice. 20% increased movement speed. Don't mind if I do. Meow. I'm not sure if that would have killed me if he actually hits me with this, Chad. Right? Would that have killed me if he actually hits me? We really rushed that one. So what does it have? It has evasion, energy shield, it has maximum mana, rarity of items, fire resistance. Dude, the thing has everything. And that 20% movement speed is just nasty big time. Good. Please, now let's get the... Oh, my wife is writing me a message. Okay. So here, Ring of Doom, no Pyramid, no more elemental resistance. I'm gonna have the... Okay, more resistance minus. Please don't be the Chimera. This one time, don't be the... It's the Chimera. Just like that one time, just don't be the Chimera. Oh, that burning ground almost had us. I cannot really fight this because all these stupid statues are looking at you. Right? That's bad. Holy. At one time you just want to fight the boss, but like you have all these faces just looking at you. I'm stoned again, Raid. Yeah, I don't want to fight the Chimera anyways. Like, where am I supposed to stand and look so I can line up my Tempest Bell accordingly to actually hit this thing? Oh my lord, I just went through all the poison. Okay, wait, let me wait for my energy shield to come back. And for the frost to be gone. Okay, that was good. That was good. That was good. Chat. Finally. Okay, perfect.
With those 2 more points, and at the end of Act 3, start Act 1 Cruel. You should be able to get yourself Evasion Rating Energy Shield and the Lead Me Through Grace. At this point, at the very end of Act 3, you might have a chest piece if you're lucky that gives you that 30 spirit already, especially with 2 Iron Runes. I was struggling on the Iron Runes, but this 30 bonus spirit gets you then your Wind Dancer or Grim Feast to keep restoring your energy shield. Choose which one you prefer. What are we adding now in our Cruel playthrough on the way to level 65? Or in my case, level 61. Because that's the level I had as I finished the final Doriani fight. And it's honestly not much. You're looking for better stuff. You're looking for a good armor with a maximum evasion rating energy shield to push your spirit further up. The real change comes with getting more Jeweler's Orb and getting those tier 3 support gems. Because that's where we can then add way more damage to the build. The second triple slot should be your Tempest Bell. That's your big damage tool next to your Ice Strike. And I like to give it heavy swings. You do more physical damage and have less attack speed, but your bell doesn't actually have attack speed. You have the attack speed into the bell, so the minus 10% doesn't matter at all. It just makes it stronger. The third one for bonus support gem should be your Charge Staff. And I like to add Overcharge because it increases the magnitude of shock that the Charge Staff inflicts. It does shorten the duration, but due to you really hitting the whole time with the Charge Staff, doing the lightning damage, it doesn't matter that you actually reduce the duration of the shock. The more magnitude just gets your damage up so much. And while you're going through Act 1, 2, and 3 Cruel, we'll get the Bog Witch another time for 14 more permanent spirit. We'll pick up tons of spirit gems as you can again go into the Lost City and then find the Golden Tomb another time. Which brings us to a permanent 100 spirit. So we can now have the Wind Dancer, Combat Frenzy, and Herald of Ice 100% up. But we can also kick out the Frost Bomb and the Wave of Frost finally. And with the bonus spirit from your Ascension, either add the Grim Feast with the Wind Dancer for that super bonus survival. I still feel that Wind Dancer is more than enough. And you can finally add the Herald of Thunder for the Herald of Thunder and Herald of Ice wombo combo. This will get its most efficient as you're having I Am Thunder and I Am Blizzard. So So after your third Ascension, it will be the most efficient, but it works already before. In order to make this work and have your Herald of Thunder proc your Herald of Ice, that then you have this repeating explosion going on. Because the Herald of Thunder says if you shatter a frozen enemy, it gets the explosion. And the Herald of Thunder says if you kill a shocked enemy, there is these lightning bolts coming out. But the Herald of Thunder can't shock and the Herald of Ice can't freeze. But the Herald of Thunder can freeze and the Herald of Ice can shock. So if this is shocking and then killing things, then the Thunder triggers. And if the Thunder is then freezing and killing things, then it's triggering the Herald of Ice and the Herald of Ice, and so on. For this, the Herald of Thunder will receive the Glaciation Gem. And that cold infusion that we have been having on the Herald of Ice actually goes over to the Herald of Thunder, because now he does extra cold damage, because you want it to do extra cold damage. And the Herald of Ice can get the Lightning Infusion to do extra lightning damage, that you're absolutely sure that the Herald of Ice will freeze, and they're absolutely sure that the Herald of Thunder will cold. Now, later on, currently with level 80, I don't play the Cold Infusion or the Lightning Infusion anymore, because the Ascendancy with I Am Blizzard and I Am Thunder provides enough bonus to not need that anymore. But in the beginning, until you work to your third Ascension, it actually does very good. And to be fair, it doesn't hurt to have on that you 100% make sure that you actually have the lightning damage for shock, because more lightning damage is more shock chance, and more frost damage on the Herald of Thunder is just more freeze buildup. And with a third support gem on each, you could do something interesting. Your Herald of Thunder can play Ice Bite, because now it freezes, and if it freezes, you get 35% more cold damage on all your attacks. And the Herald of Ice can get Innervate. If you kill a shocked enemy, you get 35% more lightning damage on all your attacks. This has my DPS go from the 35,000 that I have inside the hideout to 100,000 and beyond as I'm fighting my way through the map. Now this is already making you plenty powerful, and you're an absolute calamity. Might it be solo self-found or in the trade league. I ended the campaign on level 61 with 1,000 life, 1,000 energy shield, and tons of DPS. Nothing was a problem. But obviously as you then enter the end game, your resistances are torched, and your first map you might just get blown out of the way. For the endgame start, I have a very interesting trick for you though. The first thing you want to do in your map device is look for the hideout closest to your Ziggurat Refuge. Hideout maps are marked by this symbol. This would be the limestone hideout, and I have my first hideout right here on this map. Now the interesting part about the hideout is that it does have all the vendors in here. So you get the Blood Priest who's selling you cool stuff. But this guy has different stuff than the dude at the end game of Act 3. Yep. So I'm going to walk to him and he sells me 3 of these quarterstaffs. Cool. They might be good. They might be bad. He has armor for me. He does have boots and what's not and whatsoever. Okay. But if I level up and he replenishes his stock, or the other guy replenishes his stock, I can then go to the waypoint and teleport back to the Ziggurat Refuge in the past, and that dude will have other stuff refreshed. Yes, you have 4 vendors to buy from instead of just 2, because he is not selling the same quarterstaffs or the same armor or even the same anything. If you're looking to then get your resistances up, get better gear, get like something that really makes you stronger, that helps you to get this 75, 75, 75, 75, haha. That is where with every level up, you're just now bingo, bongo, plingo, plongo, back and forth between your hideout and the refuge in the past to boost your character further. A second thing you should do in the end game is collect quarterstaffs. I have a tab with quarterstaffs, and I'm pretty much sorting them by type and level, because these are level 77 staffs and they're all slicing, and I just have them all together here. Now, this one is okayish, but not good. This one has potential, but also not too strong. So what you can do is you could just regal all of them up. Then you go to the Reforged bench, and since they're all slicing same level, that's very good. We can reforge them into something maybe absolutely amazing that could live up to the hype of what I have here. It's surprisingly good. But even if it's not, I'll just straight up push it back into my stash and then collect even more over time, that I can then smash them together and truly get something abnormal, extraordinary. That works so good in solo self-found, and the same I did for my jackets or for my helmets. I was collecting helmets until I got the maximum energy shield helmet to truly get me to these 3,100 energy shield. In the end game, we're now trying to push our DPS like crazy. And for this, we'll need way more crit. So we're moving our way down here. Again, choose dexterity or intelligence, whatever you need to get more critical damage bonus. And then the same goes here to the side for even more critical hit and critical damage bonus. These are very two important nodes to take. The same goes for the whole quarterstaff node, because this quarterstaff node back here gives you another 30% increased defense while wielding a staff. That's amazing, and you can get even more freeze buildup. Don't take the knockback distance. Don't take the knockback distance. And then on the below, you take 2 more points with the dexterity and even more critical strike damage bonus with quarterstaffs. If you do pick up a staff early that has plus ranks to melee skills, I had one that has plus 5 ranks. Your ice strike is going to become very costly. And that's why I started investing points into the conservative casting node. And also I moved up here for the deep trance. Now, you don't need these if you don't have the bonus skill ranks. Absolutely not. That's only for if you do have that. Otherwise, I moved over to the side, again, taking the dexterity and the intelligence I need to get myself more evasion rating and 8% increased dexterity. And then I got all the way down here for a huge chunk of attack speed booster. And the final really important thing you want to have back here is that insane increase of critical strike, damage, hit chance, bonus, everything. Now, that's already adding really good. You're powerful. I have 100k DPS with this. But I could boost my DPS even further. I, though, make sure to always have enough survivability with these nodes. Sometimes I put more points in, sometimes I put less points in to just really have me have a lot of energy shield. Technically, my next points want to go now into increased cold, lightning, and fire damage if I'm affected by the Herald of Thunder, Ice, or Ash. I have 2 of those Heralds. I'll do a lot of bonus damage. But I don't even need the bonus damage for tier 15, for tier 16, for even tier 17 maps. It's not necessary. It will, though, just make me even stronger and explode whole screens even better. That being said, in the end game, it's all about survival, and I might want to get Chaos Inoculation to have my maximum life become 1, and then I'm immune to Chaos damage, and I can add the Eternal Youth to this. But I only have 3,000 energy shield, and I kind of would like to have 4,000 energy shield. Which means I need to get a chest that has like 500 energy shield, gloves that have another 100 energy shield. So there's a lot needed to push me in that direction. Now comes the important bread and butter in the end game. What are you going to do? You're obviously going to map through and finish maps, which then gives you Atlas skill points from Doriani. The first Atlas skill points, you should straight away invest into the local knowledge, because it says that desert biomes have an increased chance to drop Djinn tokens and inscribed ultimatums. I've actually gotten better and luckier in swamps for the Djinn tokens, even though it doesn't say it, right? It says desert biomes, but in the swamp, I've had way more success. Looking for swamp? Well, then actually look for a swamp biome on the map. That's desert. That's a swampy area again. Do those swampy maps and hope that you get the token, because we would like to ascend for a 3rd and a 4th time. The 3rd time is very important because it will give you more relics that you'll need for the 4th Ascension to get that 75% honor resistance. And it will make your relic coffer bigger that you're then able to put more relics in. Now, I'm not going to show you that 3rd Ascension, but it's the important one that gives you the Iron Blizzard, so you have all the cold and lightning damage for all your skills now. No, what we're going to do instead is we're straight up going to jump into the whole 4th Ascension. So from 1 to 4, the whole run, if you've never seen it. Because for this one, you need to be prepared. And here's a few things that you definitely need to hit before ever considering to do 4 levels of the Trials of Sekhmet. Number 1, you should at least be level 80 to 85. I did it with 85 because I didn't get a token until then. Number 2, you want to have 75% honor resistance in total with all the relics that you're putting in. And number 3, have enough DPS. In my case, my ice strike is showing 35,000. Keep in mind, this is the God Project. This is solo self-found, no trading, nothing. And my DPS goes all the way up to 100,000 as I'm fighting through activating the charge staff, my Herald of Thunders are triggering my eyes with the Innervate. All of that stuff is going on. With this, I was able to get him killed. It was a tough fight. It was fun. But that is the level of oomph I needed to really feel good about the 4th Ascension, and not that I'm flailing around. Now, do enjoy that run, or skip forward to the next part.
Everyone pray and hope that this is going good. Because without movement speed, you can forget about the final boss. It's just over. Okay, monsters have more maximum life. You can see if your traps are faster. Gain a random affliction when you venerate a shrine. Are you kidding me? Okay, traps are faster. So there is the Huntress is coming with a new patch. That one is confirmed, just in case you missed this. The Huntress is not maybe coming. The Huntress is 100% coming with the next patch. Now, there is a thought that there might be the Druid coming as well. Because at the beginning of the Huntress clip, the Huntress says, like, spirits guide me. And it just does seem like, it might not be like, but it just does seem like the way how she talks that... I mean, it's nature, like the Huntress is like running through a forest with her spear. So it looks almost like, well, what if the Druid is also coming? That's just the vibes you get from that clip. Or that I got from that clip. Maybe I just want to believe, you know? But for me, it seemed like... Restore honor. No honor to restore. Traps are faster. No one likes traps are faster, but since I have the bonus movement speed, it should be fine. I mean, these fire traps and faster would be a problem, but you can just roll through them, so... What gives? And on we go. We're gonna turn on our electricity stuff for these guys because they're so annoying when you fight them because you don't stagger the statues and they tend to like burn away your honor. I mean, right now we have taken like barely any honor damage. Oh, let's look for keys. Yeah, why for keys? A key pickup gives me 40 honor back, actually 60 honor back or so. That's really good. Right? Like all these tiny honor damages you take and then you just pick up a key and boom, honor back. Fuck yeah. Okay, large sacred water. That's 507. Holy. I know I said I get more sacred water, but... I don't know where it was this much. Right? I was hoping I'd kill him before the lightning explosion hits me. I know that was a stupid thought, but I really wanted to. What can I say? I hate dodging traps. It's part of the fun when you're speedrunning. See, pick the key up, get honor restored. Now we're going to do the ritual trial merchant. Thank you very much. When we get 700 sacred water, that's... certainly a lot. Okay. Just zoom past him. Come on, give me good news.
I shall aid you.
50% more defense, more maximum honor. Isn't 50% more defense also more maximum honor? Straight away. Because that boosts like my shield up quite substantial. Okay, Sacred Water. Let's do that. Yeah, but like my energy shield is my defense size. My energy shield is honor, in case you missed that. But the advantage is if I take more defenses, that's also more evasion rating, so I get both from it. Yeah. So that more defense was more efficient than getting more maximum honor, because it also gave me more evasion. So that was an amazing choice. That's like brought me up to 80% evasion. That's pretty good. The only thing we're missing right now is movement speed. We need that badly. So I need to try to get that movement speed shebang bang going. Oh! Impatient Hoff. Impatient Hoff times 10. Wait, something dropped back there. Is that a key? Yep. And zip, honor restored. That is 180. Then we get a big one, and merchant offers fewer choices. Friggity frig. I mean, room types are unknown. I shouldn't worry about that too much. I'm lying. I should. The thing is, I don't really look at room types anyways, so I might just not care. But I also really don't want to get an hourglass trial in the next one. Oh man, this one is so easy to do in terms of just like going through it. Okay. I don't want to get the gauntlet trials. The gauntlet is fine. Like my most upsetting one is just room types are unknown or fewer choices. Okay, rune types are unknown. I just don't want, like, I want the merchant to have maximum choices, especially with 50% more energy, because otherwise we'll end up in a position where we might have the sacred water to buy everything, but the merchant doesn't actually have more choices, right? Because he has 50% less. I just evaded all these hits. I mean, once you know all the gauntlets and how to run them, like, it really becomes a no-brainer. Restore honor, sure. Okay, final boss. Final boss of this one, yeah. Main goal, pull them together, bell between them, freeze bows, win. It sounds simple, it is simple. I tend to, like, either I try to pull them both like here so they walk like together, or you just hog the fire one straight away. Because now I can get the bell, right? Nice, let's go. Okay, relic, sapphire. The sapphire is pretty good. Like, that could be anything. Oh, 11% increase energy shield recharge. It's really sad. It could be anything. It's really sad. I hate it. Okay, bubble. Bring it in. Restore honor on room completion. Yes. I could buy that for free. So 320, next buy is for free. Then restore honor on room completion. See an additional room ahead. And that's it. That was really good. Silver Mysterious, Warrior, Body Armor, Warrior Cash. Because you get a quarterstaff. Let's bring it back. We're going to keep the rest of the Sacred Water for the second part of the trial. Or third part, sorry. Scanning. Rewards are unknown. No, rewards are unknown. You and your minions deal less damage. That's bad. Sacred Water, greatly restore, but you with an affliction. So right now, I'd say... Wow, this is terrible. I'm going to have to take rewards are unknown because I don't want them to have more max life and I don't want to have 25% reduced movement speed. Holy, what is that? Great, rewards are unknown. Fantastic. I go for more monster life. Nah, I can't do that. I absolutely abhor the more monster life. It just makes everything so much more tedious and annoying. Especially when you're fighting against Zarokh, that dude with more life. Because I think more monster life applies also to the bosses, but I've never... Like, it's always been a hunch. Ever crunched the numbers? Okay, change the parameters of the trials. We'll see what we're getting. Gain Adrenaline Vial, gain Shattered Shield. No. Gain Fountain of Youth, gain a random minor affliction. So none of these are good, right? Because I could lose a boon and that's not worth it. My boons are like actually good. Wait, what? Oh, reward types are unknown. Wait, what rewards and rooms are unknown? oh, yikes. Chan. I'm not seeing anything anymore. There's nothing anymore to see. I lost control over my life a while ago, it seems. Traps are 50% faster. I've taken it, chat. I regret it. Oh no, traps are 50% faster on the fire beams. Are you kidding me? 100% faster. I did actually not anticipate them being this fast. Oh no, they're faster too. No, oh my lord. I was like, this is not going to be bad. Okay, restore some honor. Yeah, we need to go for that. And then we go for the you cannot restore honor because it doesn't matter. We cannot restore honor until boss fight. But we are full. We're going to only take minimal honor damage, I think. On my way. Good. Give me that key. Honor restored. Then we're going to go for... You cannot restore honor. Hey, there's always a chance that we lose honor in killing a monster. Right? Like here, this fight with a temporal bubble. I mean, never say never. It's unlikely that we should take damage, but it's not impossible. I'm gonna leave that I'm gonna leave that key on the ground just in case I take like damage from anything here, right? I mean, there's a world where I might make a wrong move and lose some honor, and then I'm gonna pick that up afterwards to restore the honor. 100 IQ. Right? Travis, thank you for joining as a member over on the YouTube. Appreciation, Travis. Dankeschön. Welcome to the Knights of the Round Stable. Oh, surprisingly fully stacked out. Oh, we cannot restore honor. Okay. Rewards are unknown. This is what's most annoying to me. I don't know what this is right now. So I'm going to go through these. But I'm going to miss out on a merchant or something. Oh, shit. Just because we don't know what it is. Okay, this is bad here. This is my worst rune type, right? It is the worst rune type. I don't want to hear it, chat. We all know how bad it is. But maybe I do enough damage to just not give a flying fart. You know what? I improved my damage vastly, so maybe we've gotten so strong that we can just bully our way through this. All right, so far it seems like it. Might makes right. You heard it here first. I finally lost honor. Oh no.
That was close.
Which level? We're level 86.
I shall aid you.
Traps are slower. Enemies have less life. Yes.
Onwards.
Nice. That's absolute perfection. Is there a build planner for your monk? We have the whole video for the first version of this build online. Ow. I gotta get burned. That being said, since that first version, we have altered the build. So this is a different version than the first version. Slightly improved. Slightly better. Am I going the right way? And for this, a build planner doesn't exist, but I am working on the respective video that should explain everything about this build. So you have the full guide. I don't like that we are 500 honor down, but I couldn't really prevent that. Okay, we find a key, but it doesn't do anything. They fixed the door balcony last patch. It was possible to blink inside a skeleton warriors to skip doors. No, I think you can still do that. Also, it's technically not a bug. It's just you using game mechanics, right? I mean, technically. Now, we would be splitting hairs here if you consider that a, you know, if it's a bug, if it's like smart use of game mechanics. Right? Let smarter people than us decide that. What do you want to call it? Okay, like, I think it was worth it to lose 300 honor there just to make this a bit faster. But no, I'm just going to run in circles. Okay, perfect. We're down 800. So far, that's fine. I cannot restore. That doesn't work. Because we cannot restore until we're at the boss. Good. Easy. Got it, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely got it.
But I sense another being resides here. Perhaps you can challenge them if you can find them.
Is physical damage better than lightning damage? Yes, because your physical damage is being turned into the lightning and the frost damage. So you obviously would like to have as much physical damage as possible. Okay, we got silver, body cash, superior, mage, mysterious, bronze warrior, prime bronze warrior cash, some quarterstaff. Balboa, where is he?
Rest a while.
Monsters deal less damage. And
Onwards.
I'm gonna restore honor too. Yeah,
We will succeed.
that's good. This is solo self-found, not hardcore, because I don't enjoy hardcore. The only hardcore I do is with your mom. Thank you. Okay, you are not always taken to the room. Monsters have increased maximum life. You can see fewer rooms ahead. You know what? Since I can see one more room ahead, I can see fewer rooms ahead. That's fine. Last time I was here, we didn't have evasion anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Last time I was here, just listen. We didn't have evasion anymore. Okay? So any monster did just do crazy damage to us. No matter what, we just got hurt. It was horrible. So like if that dude shot at us, he just hit us because we didn't have evasion. Everything just was a success. These dudes, no evasion, nothing. Absolute bloody nightmare. If you keep rolling, the fire can't hit you, but you need to like keep rolling and never let up for a second. Oh, Bubula. I don't have anything to buy. Shit, 50% more damage missed. Very unhappy. We're gonna have to go lower one. How's it going? Very well. I mean, we have like tripled our DPS today. We have hired our survivability. We have actually played good. See, like, you know, we have used the resources in the game to improve our character. We kept a lot of bonus items. So, for example, we kept tons of quarterstaffs to then reforge these quarterstaffs into each other. Pretty much gaming. And it has absolutely worked out. We are very close to also clearing 2 citadels, which we're obviously really hoping for because clearing citadels would be great. I don't have any sacred water because we lose sacred water on room completion. I forgot. Has been a very fun, successful day. Bringing us one step closer to finishing the project. Right? To... That was bad. I should have never taken the full burn there. Oh, 19. That's actually really good because we still don't have the charge staff upgraded. Okay.
A great challenge overcome.
Everything goes good. I should be able to get you the video by tomorrow, chat. So the actual build video of the project to the very end. And then we'll follow up with reduced honor restored. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're going to be making an update as we get the citadels cleared and as we're moving into the Arbiter territory. So I'd say we're probably going to split this into 2 pieces. Step 1 will be like the base setup that we're doing right now. And then step 2 will be the Arbiter update. It's great when you're trying to like get inside this and they're just camping. I mean, seriously, they're just camping that corner. What else do you want to call it, Chan? What else is that? Okay, we're 1,000 honor plus. Ah, look at me, Chad. Yes, full honor. Are you using double heralds? Yes, we're using double heralds. It is too good to not utilize it. It's also sad though, because it's, again, it seems like the only viable way to really play is by full on abusing that, right? I wish there was more ways than... Gotta look out, because these are really annoying to fight there. We get a lightning striking us while we're being shot from behind. That is absolutely shitty. Good. We just lost so much honor for that fight. Will you continue this project on O2? Well, I mean, we should be done by O2 with this project, obviously. So there is nothing to continue anymore. We're going to have to start from the beginning again. Okay, that's a triple choice if I go for this. The patch did not come out, no. If you have the money, auto bomber. Well, there is no money. It's all self-found. Okay. One. We need a key. And let's hope we find like one more shrine for honor restoration. But not knowing any rewards is really a bummer. I hope I just rolled through their attack. I think I did. I didn't take damage. Okay, 1, 2. Then a short roll. It's always important to do the short roll there, or you're going to get hit by that ball. Good. Ignore that guy. Honor. Yes. Yes. Oh, no. This is for changing the parameters, actually. Gain a statue. More maximum honor. Random minor infliction. Merchant only have one... No, we can't do this, actually. Because this ruined my run the last time. I legitimately went for, like, you know, I went for the smart choice. And the game was like, yeah, you have no more evasion. Because obviously, no more evasion is a minor affliction. Right? No more evasion isn't even a major affliction. It's a minor one. Like you would think like something like no more evasion rating is probably like a big old one, huh? Nah. Minor. I'm solely feeling that we didn't get a single damage bonus. I'm saying that while you just one-hit these guys, but I just feel that we didn't get a single damage bonus. Okay, I never fought the boss as a melee. This is a slightly scary to me, because I killed him like as a non-melee, but I had half the DPS I have right now. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go.
Your defeat has been predestined. It is written in the sands.
I accept your challenge.
Rid yourself of illusions.
Okay, so you can't freeze him?
This only ends one way. Watch your step.
I've never seen a fight against this bot that takes more than 10 seconds. Well, this is the realistic fight versus him.
This only ends one way.
As you're saying, this is like how an actual fight against him looks. I think we're playing this good right now. Right?
You are not in control.
Like you gotta keep rolling his attacks, right? So he doesn't hit you with that.
The sands of time wait for no one.
Good. Did they nerf that?
Possess a modicum of skill. There can be no escape. Wither into nothing. Rid yourself of your delusions.
I'm so damn happy we swapped our weapon, guys. Because with my old weapon, I wouldn't have been able to do this fight.
You are not in control.
What was the problem with the old weapon? Mana consumption.
This only ends one way.
You would have ended up without mana at all.
Watch your step.
Oh wow, we really went through this without getting hit. Oh shit. I thought he's done.
You are not in control.
He decided he wasn't done yet.
There can be no escape.
It's called the game is called Stand Behind Zarokh, right?
Nothing.
Oh, what? What happened?
This only ends one way. Eternity awaits you.
Oh, bad. I don't know. I don't like what you're doing, sir.
Flows in all directions.
I'm pretty sure if you actually listen to him, like his words,
The sands of time wait for no one.
his words betray his actions. Uh-oh. Ah.
You may have delayed your destiny, but you have not diverted it. Wither into nothing.
No, 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 no. Bat.
Rid yourself of your delusions.
Oh, that was good. That was a good damage phase.
Time flows in all.
Oh, I gotta look out. Shit.
You are not in control. Eternity awaits you.
Fuck, biggity fuck. Am I choking? Choking, chat. Absolutely.
Nothing. Eternity awaits you. This only ends one way.
Oh! Woo! I might have choked in between.
As with that before the Ascension, we have reached level 86. At 86, we're sitting at 1,400 life with 3,000 energy shield. Works really good, and our resistances are all there with only 20% chaos. That kind of hurts. The quarterstaff, very important, has the 119% increased elemental damage with attacks. That pretty much doubles your damage. Your ice strikes are now dealing twice as much as before. I would prefer if this one had more physical, but I haven't gotten anything else than this. For your rings, we're looking also for flat damage stats. They work good. You want to get the resistances, but the 7% increase to cold damage, and here, the 12% increase to lightning damage, they do work incredibly well. Chest piece is all about evasion rating and energy shield as much as possible. You get as much spirit as possible. I'm sitting at 226 right now with the power of the new chest. For the helmet, we're going maximum energy shield because with everything, with all the bonus we're having, 253 energy shield is actually 1,000 energy shield. Yeah, we're at 2,171, boom, up to 3,100. That's why we're going for a maximum energy shield hat. For my amulet, I was looking to boost my critical hit chance and critical damage bonus. Didn't get that so far. And we get 20% bonus energy shield and a flat energy shield. This alone is another 400 energy shield. It's actually pretty damn good. It's doing very nice. For shoes, we have the evasion rating energy shield mix, but we're also looking again for that bonus damage and bonus attack speed. Very important. For the boots, we would like to have movement speed, but right now I just had to fix my resistant needs. On the belt, I wanted a heavy belt that I get that bonus stun threshold. This has helped me to really not get twacked too silly by your opponents, because sometimes you have like this stun, and then you die as a monk, and it absolutely stinks. A final skill breakdown. We get the Ice Strike together now with Heft, the tier 3 gem, and then Martial Tempo and the concentrated effect. Tempest spell with the overabundance, persistence, and heavy swings. In the charge staff, perpetual charge, maim, and primal armament. Then Grim Feast with the clarity and vitality because we have enough spirit, and Ghost Dance, which works amazing versus bosses with fast forward and cannibalism, all just keeping us alive like crazy. Technically, we want to get enough spirit for cast on crit, but I simply cannot afford that right now. We get Wind Dancer with the blind and the lockdown, then the Herald of Thunder on the cold infusion, glaciation, and ambush, or as we said before, you have the Innervade Ice Bite combo that you can have on both. Combat Frenzy, get the Perfusion, and the Herald of Ice is rocking Innervade, Conduction, and Super Critical at the very moment for all the crazy damage we've been doing. It works. What's your next goals? How do you get stronger? Do you even need to get stronger? Because what we're aiming for is finishing this. We want to kill the Arbiter of Ash in the Burning Monolith. And in order to kill said Arbiter, we'll need to find this Citadel, very close. Then we need to get another Citadel, and the third one that we have all 3 fragments to challenge him. Are we strong enough? Do we have enough life? Do we have enough DPS? The answer is yes and yes. We won't kill him in a second. It will probably be an epic boss fight. But that is for the second part of the video, when we're actually wrapping up the God project with the Arbiter of Ash kill and the final steps in the end game, where I break it down then again, how much DPS was needed, how much defense was needed, what did I do, what did I change with like some 4th and 5th support gems, because I don't have them yet, right? This is solo self-found. We're sitting at a lucky perfect jeweler's orb. We haven't gotten a greater one yet. So thank you very much for watching to this point. I hope you did learn something about Monk and how to progress easily through the game step by step by step. There are the live streams of part 1 and 2 if you then want to watch along. But don't worry, part 2 will follow very soon. Enjoy, have a good time.